Hello everyone, welcome to episode 1 of Marwell Manor Farm. Now I know this isn't the map that you were expecting, but based on the feedback from the introduction live stream that was broadcast, where we had one or two sound issues, and some feedback about the map itself, which was indeed in beta stage, it was decided that we would change the map to Marwell Manor Farm. Now, as you may or may not know, Marwell Manor Farm is a real farm. It's based in the south of England, in the county of Hampshire, and the map itself was created by the absolutely amazing Oxygen David, whose mod work for Farming Simulator is, in my opinion, some of the best, if not the best. So, I'm English too. It's an English farm. It kind of makes sense. So, yeah, here we are, episode 1. So, what we're going to do this very first episode is we're going to have a very brief look around the farmyard, see what buildings we've got available. We're going to have a look at the land, see what land we have available to us at the beginning, and maybe look and see if there's any other parcels of land we might want to buy. We don't have any machinery at the moment, so if we get time, that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a look at buying our first machinery. Every stream is going to be, I'd say, about an hour long. Now, you'll have to tell me in the comments below whether that's good, or whether you'd want it shorter, maybe 30 minutes, or whether you'd want it even longer. That's something that you'll need to decide and tell me. So, here we go. We've got plenty of money. I didn't want money to be a big issue or a barrier to what we want to achieve in the farm. So we've got a starting capital here of just over £3 million. And the farm, it's also government subsidised, so we will be receiving some regular payments from the British government, as form of subsidies in order to keep us going. So let's just have a quick wander around. A nice wood shack building there, very nice. And the farmhouse. We've got the water tank here where we can draw water for the animals. This here, I believe, is the cow shed. Yeah, that's the cow shed. And just out the back here is... There we are. That's the milk tank for the milk that the cows will be producing for us. That there is the manure pit that the cows will inevitably give us for fertilizer on the fields. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love these little bits of trash here. Because let's be honest, if you've ever been on a real farm at all, you know, you have bits of things like this around, like the old jerry can, a few bits of wood, and an old tyre. It just happens on a working farm. So, moving over this way, we just go in between these two buildings. That will be our liquid fertilizer, just there. And we've got just a pasture for the cows, a slurry pit. In here, this is where the pigs will live, happy pigs, with their mud pit. We only have happy animals here at Marwell Manor Farm. Got a nice machine shed here. Very good, very good. And another shelter for implements. Over here we have seeds. Seeds, that's where we can grab our seeds. And I believe over here, up the side of this building, we're gonna have sheep. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's sheep there. There's our silage clamp, which we will be making use of in a little while. We've got... yeah, that's a really nice machine shed in there. And we've also got... yeah, that's good. Look, we've got floodlights on the farm. Let's close that door. Really, really handy for working at night. We've got diesel tank and our workshop for maintaining the vehicles. That, I think, on the right is... yeah, that's solid fertilizer. Just over here in the corner, that's our farm silo for grain. And, oh yeah, large machine shed here with the roller shutter. That's a great roller shutter, that. Just there we are. Open up the other one, and yeah, here we are. We've got another machine shed. So, all in all, we've got a really generous farmyard here. Room for a lot of machinery, which I'm sure we're going to end up with. Let's just shut these roller shutters again. Alright. There we are. So, yeah, really good. Let's Let's just have a quick look at the map, shall we? Right, here we are. So, this is our farm, Marwell Manor farm, shown in red. And on the map, right, okay. So, here's our farm. Cows, sheep. Ah, right, okay, so it's cows and sheep. The pigs must be... Right. Okay, so the pigs are actually on another farmyard. They're over at South Views. Yeah. Yeah, it's over at South Views Barn. Okay. Moving back over to our own yard here, it looks like we've got fields 15, 18, and 19. Right, so field 19 looks to be a nice sizable grass meadow. Yeah, that's going to be really handy for making hay and, of course, grass harvesting for animals, and silage bales too, or uh, loose grass for the clamp around the corner. So yeah, we're gonna be making a quite extensive use here of field number 19. Field number 18 looks to be a nice large field here. I don't believe it's growing anything at the moment. Oh, there we are. It's cultivated, ready for a crop to be sown. And we've got field number 15, which again seems to be quite a sizable field there. And just zooming in a little, it looks like there's either trees or maybe electricity pylons that travel through that field. So that might be interesting when we go to sow and harvest. And looking at it, yeah, we've got a field of barley. Just change. Oh, okay. So the field of barley is actually ready for harvest. So that may indeed be one of our very first jobs we get to when we get going. All right. And looking at expanding, if we want, there's field number 1, which is currently got wheat in it. And there's fields number 16 and 17 close by. Again, these look to be grass meadow fields, so that might be handy for baling. There's field number 11, canola, currently growing in that one, but perhaps we might be a little while off buying any more land, because we do have these 3 fields here. One with a crop of barley ready to harvest, a nice large field ready to be sown, and we've got our grass meadow. And of course, we've got a sheep and a cow pasture on site, so we could go straight into farming livestock. And of course, it is up to you, in large part, how we proceed from here. I want you to tell me in the comments whether you want the farm to be predominantly agricultural, farming and tilling the land. What crops you want to see me grow, whether you want to see me do something traditionally British, like potatoes and wheat, that sort of thing, or do you want to see me do something more exotic, perhaps sunflowers, a lot of sunflowers, like they do in France, and even cotton. I don't think there's a lot of cotton that gets grown here in the United Kingdom. Um, I think that's generally due to the climate. I think cotton's a plant that does need a warm climate, but don't quote me on that. So, moving on. Let's come out and back into our yard. We need some machinery. Very first machinery, because we have plenty of money, as I said, but no machines. So this is a great opportunity to get the machines that we want. So actually, what we'll do is we'll go along here. Shop. There's the shop. Shop's not too far away from the farmyard. Well, go straight to the shop. Alright, here we are. Just having a quick look around. It's the workshop just there. Alright. Machines. I think the best place to start for machines would be, let's buy a tractor. Now, as I said, we're not going to worry too much about money because we do have a generous startup capital, and we've also got government subsidies coming in, so we can buy some nice new machinery and something of substantial size too. So I'm going to go straight for a large tractor with plenty of power. Now my favourites are these here, class. I'm going to go straight for the class Xerion. The Xerion 5000. Now this particular Xerion in this configuration has a 600 horsepower engine, which isn't going to struggle with anything that we're going to need to do on this farm. I shall give it wide tyres and we'll choose Michelin. Yeah, there we are. And yeah, we'll leave the design just as the manufacturer intended. So this is an expensive bit of kit. There's no two ways about it. This is going to set us back 400,000. There we are. All right. So now we've got our tractor, our very first one. We do need some implements. Now, I'm going to be interested in planting a crop in that cultivated field. So, in order to do that, we will need a sowing machine. If I can find them. There, there we are. I was going to say that's planters, but here we are. We have seeders. Again, I don't want to go too small, but then I don't want to go massive either. I mean, there's just no need to go anything crazy big like this Varistad Seed Hawk. I mean, that's 84 foot wide. You don't want anything like that. Ideally, I would prefer a machine that can direct drill. What I mean by that is a seeder that can seed directly into the soil without the field having been first cultivated. So, provided you're not sowing a crop into a field that needs to be ploughed afterwards, like corn. If it's just, say, wheat stubble, then you can use a direct drill seeder to skip the cultivation stage and just drill the seed straight into the soil. And I'm also looking for one that will also apply the first fertilize as the seeds go in. So probably looking at it, see, we've got the Horsch Pronto 9. Yeah, here we are. The Pronto 9 does offer the ability to direct drill, and yeah, it does also fertilizer. That would be a good choice. It's got a nice working width of 9 meters, and it takes 270 horsepower to pull that one. Or we've got these Horsch machines here. We've got the Evo 12.375, a working width of 12 meters. Larger capacity, 10,000 litres, needs 320 horsepower. And then we've got this one at the end, the Certo 12SC. Right, okay, that rules that out now. It's not a direct drill. So really, It's a two-horse race here between the Evo 12.375 or the Pronto 9. Choices, choices. Right, okay, I think I may have made my mind up. Been a little indecisive there, lingering over the decision. Yeah, it's going to be the Evo 12.375. The reason being is that we do have some fairly nice large open fields, so um, having that 12-meter working width is going to be handy, as well as the larger capacity at 10,000 liters. So we're looking at, that's going to be like 10 tons of seed and fertilizer, and we've got a 600 horsepower Xerion, so we've got more than enough power to pull this machine. So let's take a closer look at it. Yeah. What configuration do we want to go with? We've got Trelleborg tyres here. They look to be flotation. Or we can have Michelin narrow twin wheels. Yeah, I think we'll go for the standard Trelleborg flotation tyres here. And that's another £171,000 worth of machine. Okay, so that's enough to get our initial crop in that field planted. We're going to need to look after it with fertilizer. So let's see what we've got here in the fertilizer technology. Very keen on these Breedle spreaders. The K165 from Breedle is a substantial unit with 19,000 litre capacity. We'll take lime as well. Because lime, it helps with soil compaction. So at some point we will need to be spreading lime, so that's something we need to take into consideration. We do have the horse. Let's have a quick look at the horse. Yeah, see, that one's on tracks. Not as large, but yeah. Doesn't take lime. Here's the Breedle with the extension. Yeah, 19,000 litres. And can also put the 6-meter spreading unit on. Yeah, okay. Definitely going to be the Breedle. So we'll buy that. £78,000. Okay, so that's our sowing equipment chosen. We do have a field of wheat that is ready for harvest, so we will now need to choose a combine harvester, and I know just the machine for that. Here we are, the AGCO Ideal 9. sometimes referred to as the Black Beauty. As far as harvesters are concerned in real farming, this machine is an absolute unit. It is a beast. Extremely large grain holding capacity. Front tracks for flotation. And 538 horsepower motor under the bonnet. This one here is in the Fendt branding, but we can have Massey Ferguson or Challenger. As we know, all three brands come under AGCO these days, so I'm gonna choose Fendt. Again, this is a expensive machine. This is another £465,000 machine. To go with that, we need to choose the appropriate header unit. So here we are. I'm going to choose this Durus 60-foot header from Midwest. A rather nice, large header. Again, not cheap. This pushes up the price by another 168, nearly £1,000. And we will want a trailer for that header, because we can't drive the combine harvester around with a 60-foot wide header attached to it. You wouldn't get it on the road. So here we have a purpose-built trailer by Midwest for the 60-foot header, and it is rather unique because it does have a diesel tank built into this for field servicing if the harvester needs refueling, saves you going back to the farm. So we'll that's the shop manager telling us there that we've bought so much machinery that he would rather we move some before he'll sell us any more. So what we'll do is we'll jump into this combine and we'll pick that header up if I can. Yeah, there we go. Right, just going to drive here out the way for a moment. Right, see if we've got space for this. Yeah, there we are. Perfect. So what we'll do is we'll put this header now onto the header trailer. where are we? Just line it up. Yeah, I think we might be good. Pop it down, let it go. Perfect. So the next thing is we'll attach the header trailer to the combine, because modern combines do have the ability to tow their own header trailers. There we go. Right. The only other thing I really want to think about at the moment, as far as machinery goes, I'm thinking about that grass pasture, because we'll be looking at doing a first cut of the grass meadow, either for hay or for silage, depending on which way we go, agriculture or livestock on this field, on this farm rather. Certainly we will need lots of hay and silage to feed the animals, but then again, selling hay is profitable, and grass for silage is again very profitable if you want to sell it to the biogas plant. But again, feedback most welcome. So what we'll do is go back to the shop and I'm going to buy the Krone Big M450. This is a large self-propelled mower that will make light work of these meadows. So this is going to be our, oh, well, I say our last, almost our last purchase for now. Because it just entered my head that if we're going to mow that pasture, we're going to want a loading wagon to take it back to the yard to put it in the silage clamp. So I'm inclined to go with this Krone ZX560 GD. Michelin, wide, and a cover. There we go. And we probably want a baler too. What shall we choose? Yeah, the Kuhn LSB 1290D square baler. That'll do the job. And finally, we'll need a bale trailer. Yes, what about this one? The Anderson Stack Pro 7200. There we go. That'll do for picking our bales up. And whilst we're on a roll, I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy another tractor because I'm thinking the 900 Axion, nope, too large. Let's have a look in medium tractors. Yeah, here we are. The Class Axion 800 series. Because we can put a front loader on this machine. So we'll choose the Axion 850 with 230 horsepower. So we'll just buy that. And finally, front loader. Now, I think we're going to need bale spike. There we go. All right. So we've actually bought a lot of machinery here. As you can see, here it all is, piled up in the yard. That's just lightened our wallet by about 2 million quid. But that is enough machinery to cover pretty much everything that we're going to want to do on those 3 fields that we own. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. So, really, the only thing left to do now is take all this stuff back to the farmyard. However, that I may do in between now and episode 2. That's really all I wanted to do in our very first episode, was to welcome you to the farm, explain why I chose Marwell Manor Farm, have a very quick look around the map, and see if there was any fields that we owned, any land that we might want to buy, and buy some machines. So that's it from me for episode 1. If you've got this far, then you must have enjoyed the stream, and I will see you in episode 2. Bye bye.